Hello, welcome to another radio and television station, and I'm Cao Here's come local news. Yesterday, Chairman of National Assembly Vương Đình Huệ and high-ranking delegation of National Assembly of Vietnam arrived at Soekarno-Hatta International Airport, Jakarta, began official visit to Indonesia, and attended General Assembly of ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly AIPA 44 at the invitation of Chairman of People's Representative Council, House of Representatives of Indonesia, President of ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly Puan Maharani. This is the visit of our country's Chairman of National Assembly to Indonesia after 30 years. This is an important event taking place in the context that two countries are particularly celebrating the 10th anniversary of Strategic Partnership 2013-2023 and looking forward to celebrating 70 years of diplomatic relations in 2025. The visit demonstrates Vietnam's respect and support for Indonesia ahead of AIPA 44 General Assembly and in the 2023 ASEAN chairmanship, making important contribution to strengthening political relations and trust and people-and-people relations between the two countries, bringing the traditional friendship and strategic partnership between the two countries into a deeper, more practical and effective way. Yesterday, the People's Council of Nine Provinces held a briefing conference on the coordination between the Provincial People's Council and the People's Committee, the Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Committee, and District People's Council in the first 6 months of 2023. The meeting listened to the report on the results of coordination in the first 6 months of the year and the coordination program in the last 6 months of the year between the Provincial People's Council and the People's Committee, Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Committee, and District People's Council. At the same time, focus on discussing such contents as monitoring activities on the situation and the results of the limitation of the resolutions of the People's Council, solutions to improve the efficiency of coordination between the People's Council and the People's Committee, the Phalang Front Committee, and etc. The chairman of Provincial People's Council, Tai Bảo, suggested that agencies and units focus on overcoming limitations to better perform the coordinations as well as function and tasks of each agency and unit. At the same time, strictly implement the monitoring conclusions of People's Council at all levels, strengthen coordination to improve the quality of voter content and the handling of complaints and denunciations. According to the General Department of Taxation, the total state purchase revenue in July 2023 managed by tax authority reached more than 118 trillion Vietnam dong, reaching 8.6% of the ordinance estimate, equal to 90.5% over the same period last year. Total accumulated state purchase revenue in the first 7 months of 2023 managed by tax authority reached more than 868,000 million dong, equal to 63.3% of the ordinance estimate, equal to 94.5% over the same period in 2022. Regarding tax refund in the first 7 months of 2023, the tax authority had issued 9,990 decisions corresponding to the amount of tax refunded, nearly 72 trillion dong, equal to 39% of 2023 value-added tax refund purchased approved by the National Assembly, equal to 85% of the same period in 2022. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said yesterday that his country is suspending some foreign assistance programs that benefit the Nigerian government, but will continue to provide humanitarian and food assistance. Blinken said, "As we have been clear from the beginning of this situation, the provision of your support to the government of Nigeria depends on democratic governance and respect for the constitutional order. Before that, the military ousted Nigeria elected President Mohamed Bazoum and his government. Bazoum ouster threatens U.S. strategic priorities in the region, including the fight against the group that Washington considers Islamic insurgents." Yesterday, United States, Britain, and Norway condemned continued violence in the Darfur region of Western Sudan in strong terms. U.S. Department of State statement said, "We are deeply concerned by reports of Al-Fasher, North Darfur, and Na'ala, South Darfur regions, where increased violence will put more civilians at risk." Earlier, the U.S. Nation Integrated Transitional Assistance Missions in Sudan expressed great concerns for the impact of violence on the lives of civilians in Darfur region. According to a new report by IBC, the United Nations partner in the field of food security, the number of people likely to face severe food insecurity in Sudan has reached 20.3 million. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.